Hello everybody and welcome to a game that I've just spent the last half an hour trying to get to record. It's called Planescape Torment, and it's a nice game from when I was younger. It's Dungeons and Dragons, but in the Planescape setting, which basically means that rather than being on a Earth-like planet, it's basically a hub between all the various different types of realities that exist. It's a pretty shit kind of description of it really, but there you go, that's what it's doing. So, I'm not going to spoil a lot, in fact try not to spoil anything for you. I hope this is actually recording okay, because I'm using lower low, and it's a bit iffy. It really doesn't like fast movement, definitely doesn't like fast movement. It can't handle fast movement. So I'm going to have to try and do everything slowly. You like it. This is our character. I would have shown you the introduction sequence, but again, low, I don't want to record it properly. Which is a shame. Really. So, we've got all our stats here. All stats start at 9, that's basically average. Strength. High strength allows you to carry more weight, makes melee more accurate and damaging. Wisdom helps recall memories and give you a bonus experience. Constitution gives you extra health and regeneration. Charisma means you're better at leading. Dexterity gives you makes you harder to hit and gives you better thief skills. And intelligence helps you regain other memories and gives you more dialogue options. And helps you with the mage. So basically, if you want to be a fighter, strength and constitution, well, strength really. Mage, intelligence, thief, dexterity. If you're able to be a paladin, it would be charisma. If you're able to be a priest, it would be wisdom. And everybody always likes a bit of constitution. So let's put some of it. Constitution 16, I think should be enough. I can't go as high as 18, give you plus 4 hit points per level. But 16 should be enough. Let's get intelligence and wisdom up a bit. Both 13. Charisma 13. Strength 11. So fairly okay for memories and leader potential. I can take some pounding, but I'm not really that great at dealing it out. Hopefully, I think every time you level up, you get points spending here. And I'm going to be doing a lot of strength and constitution. Dexterity is just going to be like, don't worry about that. And yes, this is my character. We'll make this one. And here we are waking up on a slab in a mortuary.
Hey, Chief. You okay? You playing corpse or you putting the blinds on the dusties? I thought you were a deader for sure.
Who are you? Who am I? How about who are you? How did you start? Who are you? I don't know. I can't remember. Can't remember the name? Well, next time you send a light in this bird, go easy on the bub. Name's Mort. I'm trapped in too. Ooh, trapped? What do you mean trapped? Yeah, since you haven't had time to get your legs yet, here's a chat. I've tried all doors, and this room is locked tight on the chastity belt. We're locked in where? What is this place? It's called the Mortuary. Big black structure with all the architectural charms of a pregnant spider. Well, am I dead? Not very where I'm standing. You got scars plenty though. Looks like some Burke painted you with a knife. All the more reason to give this place a laugh before whoever carved you up comes back to finish the job. Scars? How bad are they? Well, the carvings on your chests aren't too bad, but the ones on your back... looks like you got a whole tattoo gallery on your back, Chief. Spells out something. Tattoos on my back, what do they say? Yeah, looks like you come with directions. Let's see, it starts with... I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that will shed some light on the dark matter. Farod can fill you in the rest of the chant if he's not in the dead book already. Farod. Say anything else? Here's a bit more. Let's see, it goes on. Don't lose the journal or we'll end up this sticks again. Whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happened to you, or they'll put you right quick on a pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you. Read the journal, find Farod. I wonder why back hurts. There's a damn novel written there. That's for that journal I'm supposed to have with me. Was there one with me when I was lying here? Nah, it strips the skins when you arrived here. Besides, looks like you got enough of journal paint on your body. What about Farod, do you know? Nobody I know, but then again, I don't know many people. Still, some bugs got to know where to find Farod. I want to get out of here, that is. How do we get out of here? Well, the doors are locked, so we'll need a key. Chances are it's one of the walking corpses in this room. Walking corpses? Yeah, the mortuary keepers use dead bodies as cheap labour. Corpses are dumb as stones, but they're harmless and won't attack you unless you attack first. So I should attack one of these corpses and loot it for the key? Or is there some other way? I don't want to kill them just for a key. What, you think it's going to hurt their feelings? They're dead. If you want them on the bright side of this, if you kill them, at least they'll have a rest before the keepers will get them up and work again. Well, alright, I'll take one of them down and get the key. Before you do that, arm yourself. I think there's a scalpel on one of those shelves around here. Alright. One last thing. Those corpses are slow as molasses, but getting punched by one of them is like getting kissed by a battering ram. If they aren't getting an edge on you, remember you can run, and they can't. Use it to keep some distance if you need to recover. Thanks for the advice. Alright, so here we are.
Alright.
And yeah, if you just pop over to here, there's a couple of preparation shelves. This one has 2 bandages on it.
I'm gone.
And these barrels contain a murky liquid. It smells like a cross between vinegar and formaldehyde. And pop over to this one. And we have a scalpel. Alright, you found a scalpel. Now go get those corpses. And don't worry, I'll stay back and provide valuable tactical advice. Maybe you could help me more. I will be helping. Good advice is hard to come by. I meant in attacking the corpse. Me? I'm a romantic, not a soldier. I'll just get in the way. Alright then. Time to introduce these corpses to the second death then. Alright, I need to equip that first. I don't think I can equip. Oh no, I can. Quick items, bandages. So this is my gear. Tattoo slots. Hand, wrist, left ring, right ring, extra tattoo, chest armor, left earring, and eyeball.
Don't want to part with that.
I can't remove my own eye. So that's my character, and with Mort over here. Can't equip anything because he's a floating skull. He does have Mort's teeth though.
Can't part with that. Sorry.
Okay, and let me just double check. I don't think there's any sound options there because the sound has gone to just one level. So I'm going to double check. Audio options. Oh no, there is. Let's do music volume down a little bit. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. No, don't want that. That's fine. Gameplay options, I want to go in here, don't I? Gore, yes. Always run no. Auto pause. Difficulty is standard. Tilted displays fine. Auto pause. Less than 30% of health, yes, I want that. I don't know if we are attacked. And if the target goes away. Weapons shouldn't ever be unusable because I don't think any of them have ammo or break. And that should do. Right. Alright, so zombie worker over here. The shambling corpse looks like it's been dead for several years. The skin along its forehead is peeled back, revealing its chalk white skull. Someone has chiseled number 569 into the exposed bone. Examine the corpse to see if it's carrying a key. This corpse doesn't appear to be carrying a key, and it doesn't look like it would be able to use one if it did. His fingers are broken as if someone smashed them with a hammer. You do happen to notice that his shoulder is heavily bandaged. Bandages might be usable if the corpse would dissolve and disperse a bit first. Do you know what your mates have this? Chief, they can't hear you. They're dead. But you're dead and you're talking to me. Yeah, but I'm special. Death couldn't kill his eyes, zest for life. The corpse is here. Probably didn't have much personality to begin with. Look, Chief, watching you trying to swap champ with these corpses isn't doing much morale. Let's leave the corpse talk for the barmies, alright? Okay. First of all, though, can I shift attack, control attack? Leave the corpse in peace. I don't think I can force attack on it, or can I? Guard, initiate direct attack. Attack it. And then what do I? Nameless one was attacked. Okay, that's fine. He's dead. And that's more bandages. Pop over here to the next one. This corpse's head lolls back and forth on its shoulders. Judging from the amber of the neck, it looks like this man may have been hanged. Number 825 is printed on the side of his head. Examine the corpse, he was carrying a key. This corpse is carrying nothing. You happen to notice it has a heavily bandaged. They may be useful if the corpse was disposed of first. Okay, let's attack it. And I probably want to... There we
Done.
are, he's dead. More bandages. Which just leaves this fella over here. This corpse stops and stares blankly at you as you approach. Number 782 is comes for him. Lips with stitched closed. A faint smell of formaldehyde that emanates from his body. Examine the corpse, he is carrying a key. This corpse looks at the wall with the key. He's holding it tightly in his left hand, his thumb and forefinger locked around his death grip. Well, looks like you're not long in this world. Attack. Attack it back. Okay, I think we have to move that. Interruptions. Well, actually, sorry, I keep kind of going back and forth. Is there a... No. Cool. Well, actually, no. Sorry. Whoops.
Did you see that?
Critical hit from more.
Done.
And I've got a preparation key. And yeah, there's various things you can look at here. This fella. This corpse looks turned inside out. A machine at the head of the table with peeled the skin from the forehead with direct access to the skull. Bloody cloth covers the remains of this corpse. The stench rising from the body is almost unbearable.
Done.
Looks like someone in the middle of dissecting this corpse.
I'm gone.
Anything on here? No, there's not. Cool, we just need to go over here and through the door.
All right.
Lost an item. Here we go. Psst, some advice, Chief. I'll keep it quiet from here on. No need to put any more corpses in the dead book than necessary, especially the Fems. Plus, killing them might draw caretakers here. The corpses here, where do they all come from? Death visits the plains every day, Chief. These shamblers are all that's left of the poor sods who sold their bodies to the caretakers after death. Enlighten me, who are the caretakers? They call themselves the Dustmen. You can't miss them. They have an obsession with black and rigor mortis of the face. They're We're an adult bunch of ghoulish death worshippers, and they believe everyone should die. Sooner, better than later. I'm confused. Why did the Dustmen care if I escape? Weren't you listening? I said the Dusties believe everybody's got to die sooner or better than later. You think the corpses you've seen are happy in the dead book and out of it? Before you said something about making sure I didn't kill any female corpses. But are you serious? Look, Chief, these dead shits are the last chance for a couple of hardy bashers like us. We need to be chivalrous. No hacking them up for keys, no lopping their limbs off, stuff like that. Last chance? What are you talking about? Chief, they're dead, we're dead. See where I'm going? Eh? You can't be serious. Chief, we've already got an opening line with these limping ladies. We've all died at least once. We have something to talk about. They'd appreciate men with our kind of death experience. But didn't you say I'm not dead? Well, alright, you might not be dead, but I am. From where I'm standing, I wouldn't mind sharing a coffin with some of these fine sinewy cadavers I see here. Of course, the caretakers would have to part with them first, and that's not likely. Alright, I'll try and remember that. Look, Chief, it's obvious you're still a little add-on from your kiss with death, so I've got two bits of advice for you. One, if you've got questions, ask me, alright? Okay, if I have any questions, I'll ask. Second, if you're half as forgetful as you seem to be, start writing stuff down. Whenever you come across something that might be important, jot it in a journal. If I had a journal I was supposed to have, I'd do that. We'll start a new one then. No loss. There's plenty of parchment ink around here to last you. Alright, it couldn't hurt. Let's make a new one then. Use it to keep track of your movements. If you ever start to get clouded on important things like who you are, or more importantly, who I am, use it to refresh your memory. Okay, got it. Let's go.
Updated my journal.
You can see there I'm healing because I've got high constitution. And yeah, unfortunately the game is still a little bit
Alright.
just due to the recording software. I don't think I can go anywhere over here. No.
I'm gone.
But yeah, you know, you can have a look at these various shamblers. This corpse is lumbering along a triangular path. Once it reaches one of the corners of the triangle, it pauses, then turns and staggers towards the next corner. It has 965 tattooed on the side of its skull. As you approach, it halts and stares at you. Looks like someone forgot to tell this sod to stop walking the rule of 3. What do you mean? These corpses don't have much left in the attic, so they don't do more than one task at a time. When they're told to do something, they'll keep doing it until someone tells them to stop. This poor sod probably finished some task and they forgot to tell him. And who gives them the commands? Either one of the caretakers here, or whoever, or else whatever necromancer raised them out of the dead book. Probably one of the caretakers. They're the ones who need the cheap labour after all. And what's this about the rule of 3?
Updated my journal.
Well, rule of 3 is one of those laws about the planes. You know, about things tending to happen in 3s. Or everything is composed of 3 parts. You know, there's always 3 choices, so on and so forth. You don't suddenly hold much faith in it. It's sort of wash if you ask me. Look for any number, any number, and try to attach some great meaning to it. You're going to find plenty of coincidences. Understood. I want to check this zombie out a bit more though. So why are you walking in a triangle? It stares at you. Okay. Oh, one of the lady ones here. Left side of this woman's face looks as if it was caved in with a club, and her flesh sags in bruised, swollen clumps over a ruined skull. Number 626 been stitched on the corpse's right cheek just below the eye. A nasty wound you got there. The corpse continues to stare at you. You see the way she was looking at me? Huh? You see that? See she was following the curve of my optical bone? What, you mean that blank eye beyond the grave stare? What? Are you blind? She was scamming me out. It was shameless the way she wanted me. Wanted to go away, maybe. Maybe she was too distracted by me. No, I'm not doing that one. Whatever, let's just go. This will probably do for a recording for now, I think. Should be long enough. I will leave it here. I might pick up a little bit after and just go through this whole area. If I do, I do. If I don't, it'll be another day. Alright, I should be back now. Yeah. It was only like 20 minutes.
Done. All right.
And I adjusted some more stuff, so it should be still okie dokie. We have over here, we have nothing. We have...
All right.
Here,
I'm gone.
nothing.
I'm gone.
Station. And... receiving room logbook.
I'm gone.
Let's have a look at what's in the logbook. Receiving room logbook 2. Huge log lists mortuary procedure in typed script. All shells entering the mortuary are to be delivered to the receiving room and logged with the scribe on duty before being embalmed or cremated. Records are to be checked to determine if the shell is one of the contracted, and if so, do not prepare the shell. Move the shell to one of the preparation rooms, contact the scribe on duty, and notify him that a contracted shell is to be raised. Be certain that a shell is thoroughly stripped of its possessions before being sent to the preparation rooms. The contracted workers are intended for simple manual labour and do not have the capacity to search and strip a shell. The faction is not responsible for any possessions lost or stolen by collectors who have brought shells to the mortuary. The shell's possessions are to be stored in the receiving room until an initiate can be sent to claim them. Please catalogue all possessions in the logbook. Following this list is thousands of entries of bodies that have been sent to the receiving room. As you flip through the rest of the book, however, you notice the last page has been cut out. That's marble.
All right.
This corpse is shuffling from slab to slab, bandaging the corpse is lying there. Number 396 is carved into his left temple and his lips are stitched closed. You notice the corpse is carrying a roll of bandages in his hand. The bandages look usable. Mind if I borrow those? The corpse continues to stare at you. Try and take the bandages from the zombie. You shake your hand out and take the roll for the bandages from the corpse's hand. The corpse doesn't even seem to notice. It continues going through the motions of bandaging the bodies. Yeah, nothing else interesting about it. Okay. Doll. The number 1201 has been inked on the forehead of this corpse, as the ink has run down its eyes, cheeks and jaw. As you follow the ink tears down the corpse's face, you notice it has run into the stitching and sealing of the corpse's lips and caught on what looks like a corner of a note stuck in the corpse's mouth. Try to take a note out. The note has mingled with the ichor of the zombie's mouth. If you tried to pull the paper out through the cross stitches, it would tear the paper to shreds. Hacking the corpse up to get it looks like it would destroy the note. You need to find a delicate way. Use a scalpel to cut stitches. You deftly slice through the stitches, sealing the corpse's mouth, and the jaw sags open. You carefully pull the note from the corpse's mouth. Despite the condition of the paper, writing on it appears to be legible. Anything else interesting about it? No. Okay. And this one. The smell of formaldehyde emanating from this corpse is particularly strong. It smells as if it's applied recently and with good reason. The corpse appears to be in an advanced stage of decay. Her jaw is missing and some of the flesh has slid off her skull, revealing number 1072 chiseled in the bone. I think this one's seen better days. The corpse does not respond to your voice. The fact it has no jaw may have something to do with it. Either that or it simply has nothing to say. And there's this one over here. This female corpse is making the rounds from slab to slab in the room. Her hair is knotted in a long braid and looped around her neck like a noose. Someone has stenciled number 1096 onto her forehead and her lips have been stitched closed. The corpse does not respond. Right, now I don't know if I can go through here. There's Doll, the record keeper down there.
I'm gone.
I think I'm allowed to speak to him. I'm actually going to lower the volume of the voices for a moment. Audio options. Lower that down a bit. There we are.
I'm gone.
It's better. This book is huge. It must contain thousands of names. Excuse me, Dahl. The scribe looks very old. His skin is wrinkled and a slight trace of yellow, like old parchment. Charcoal grey eyes lie within the angular face, and a large white beard flows down the front of his robes like a waterfall. His breathing is ragged and irregular, but even his occasional coughing does not slow the scratching of his pen. Greetings! Whoa, Chief, what do you think you're doing? Oh, I'm going to speak to the scribe. He might know something about how I got here. Look, rattling a bone box with dusties would be the last thing. Before Mork finishes his rant, the scribe begins coughing violently. After a moment or two, the coughing spell dies down and the scribe breathing resumes its ragged wheeze. And we especially shouldn't be swapping champ with a sick dusties. Come on, let's leave. The quicker we give this place a laugh, the better. Before Mork can finish, the scribe's grey eyes flicker to you. The weight of years hangs heavy upon me, restless one. He places down his quill, but I do not yet count deafness among my ailments. Restless one, do you know me? Know you? There's a trace of bitterness in the scribe's voice as he speaks. I have never known you, restless one. No more than you have known yourself. He is silent for a moment. For you have forgotten, have you not? And who are you? As always, the question, and the wrong question, as always. He bows slightly, but the movement suddenly sends him to a bout of coughing. He pauses for a moment, catching his breath. I am Dahl. Perhaps you can answer some questions for me, Dahl.
Updated my journal.
Very well, what do you wish to know? How did I get here? Dahl snorts in contempt as he finds the memory repugnant. Your mouldy chariot furrowed you to the mortuary, restless one. You would think you were royalty based on the number of loyal subjects lay stinking and festering upon the cart that carried you. I arrived on a cart?
Updated my journal.
Yes, your body was somewhere in the middle of the heap, sharing its fluids with the rest of the mountain of corpses. Dahl breaks into another violent fit of coughing, finally catching his breath minutes later. Your seneschal, Ferrod, was, as always, pleased to accept a few mouldy coppers to dump the lot of you at the mortuary gate. Doesn't sound like you like Farad much. There is some I respect, restless one. Dahl takes a ragged breath and steadies himself. Farad is not one of them. He wears his ill repute like a badge of honour and takes liberties with the possessions of the dead. He is a knight of the post, cross-trading filth of the lowest sort. Knight of the post? A knight of the post. A thief. All Farad brings to our walls comes stripped of little less than their dignity when they possessed in life. Farad takes whatever you may pry from their stiffening fingers. Do you know if he took anything from me? Dahl pauses, considering. Most likely. Are you missing anything, especially anything of value? Voice dips and he browns. Not that Farad would take exception to anything that wasn't physically grafted to your body, and sometimes even that's not enough to give him a greedy mind pause. I'm missing my journal. A journal? If it's any value, then it likely lies in Farad's hands. And where can I find Farad? If events persist as they have, restless one, you have a much greater chance of Farad finding you and bringing you to us again before you find whatever ooze puddle he was in this time. Nevertheless, I must find him. A slight warning creeps into Dahl's tone. Do not seek out Farad, restless one. I am certain that he will simply come full circle again with you none the wiser and Farad a few coppers richer. Accept death, restless one. Do not perpetuate your cycle of misery.
Updated my journal.
Do you know where he is? Dahl is silent for a moment. When he finally speaks, he seems to do so reluctantly. I do not know under which gutter stone Farad lays at the moment, but I imagine that he can be found somewhere beyond the mortuary gates in the hive. Perhaps someone there will know where you can find him. And I have other questions. Very well, what would you like to know? What do you do? Do you know who I am?
Updated my journal.
I know scant little of you, restless one. I know little more than those who have journeyed with you and who now lie in our keeping. I ask that you no longer ask others to join with you, restless one. Where you walk, so walks misery. Let your burden be your own. There are others who journey with me, and they're here.
Updated my journal.
Do you not know the woman's corpse interred in the burial hall below? And I thought she'd travelled with you in the past. Dahl looks about as if he's about to start coughing again, and he catches his breath. Am I mistaken? You said there were others. Who else is here? Doubtless there are, but I know not their names, nor where they lie. One such as you has left a path many have walked, and few have survived. Dahl gestures around you. All dead come here. Some must have travelled with you once. Where's this woman? The Northwest Memorial Hall on the floor below us. Check the biers there. Her name should be on one of the memorial plaques. Mayhap that will revive your memory. Mayhap I will go find her, but another question if I may. What do you do here, Dahl? I am a scribe, a cartographer of all the shells that come in the mortuary. Dahl coughs again and takes a deep breath. As long as the stream of corpses flows to the mortuary, I shall remain at my post. You say I've been here more than once. How is it that dustmen do not recognise me?
Updated my journal.
I am the one that catalogues the shells that come in our halls, restless one. Dahl breaks into a fit of coughing and steadies himself. Only I see the faces of those that lie upon our slabs. The dark of your existence lies safe with me. And how do I get out of here? The front gate is the most obvious exit, but they will not let anyone other than dustmen pass. Dahl breaks into a ragged cough, then continues. One of the guides by the front gate has a key to it, but it is unlikely he will open it for you unless you are extremely persuasive. Thank you, Dahl. I will be on my way.
I'm gone.
I think I can get through here still. Yep.
All right.
I can't go through there. So this is more kind of slabs and things brought in on railway tracks.
Done.
Oh, there's one down here. The huge corpse is standing silently in a corner of the room facing the wall. It looks to have been a heavy-set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This corpse looks like it's serving as a librarian, for it's carrying a huge stack of books. I will examine those books. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them are of any particular interest. Search through the text, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it. Take the page. Zombie doesn't look like it. The page doesn't look like it belongs to the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife, so you suspect the page was removed on purpose. You take a moment to read through the page. It's a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and logged in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be the latest arrivals. Take the page and leave. Receiving log page. So this looks like it was the page that was removed from the logbook I've got. 16539, 5th night. Drunk, chest wound, cause of death, mauling or abashi. Or Abishai? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Abishai, I think. Collector, pox. 3 commons paid. No possessions. 16358. 5th night. Desiccated corpse. Cause of death? Indeterminate. Age of shell prevents identification. Collector, Farad. 3 commons paid. No possessions. Stripped. Knife marks evident from dissection. 16539. 5th night. Scarred shell. Cause of death? Indeterminable. Scars do not appear to be cause of death. Shock trauma. Collector, Farad. 3 commons paid. Possessions logged. Fist irons, 13 commons. Middle table, receiving room. So, I have some knuckle dusters by the sounds of it. That's definitely me. 16540. 5th night. Desiccated corpse number 2. Cause of death indeterminate. Age of shell prevents identification. Collector, Farad. 3 commons paid. Possessions logged. Knife marks evident from dissection, but the dissection was not thorough enough. Copper earring found in abdomen. Earring has been locked in southeast preparation room. Have an initiate from the third circle examine it and have strange markings like those on contracted worker number 79. 16541. Fifth night. Skeleton. Cause of death indeterminate. Age of shell prevents identification. Collector Farrod. 3 commons paid. No possessions. Stripped. Knife marks evident from dissection. As with the previous entries, the shells Farrod has brought have also shown signs of having been prepared. I have asked that Initiate Emmerich launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 16542 is one of Farrod's gang. I have seen the individual before. I would ask Emmerich to pay heed to how the man died. 16542, 5th night, Tiefling, male. Cause of death, slash marks, discoloration of wounds are consistent with grave rot. Ghoul claws. Collector, Farrod. 3 commons paid, no possessions. And this is Corpse Note 1201. This foul-smelling note received from the mouth of one of the mortuary zombies. It looks like it was sewn into the corpse's mouth by accident. Despite its condition, the writing is legible. Please, to whatever dustman reads this, I beg you, I know my legal obligation under the terms of the dead contract, but I'm prepared to offer more than my signing fee if you will cremate my body rather than raising it. I've arranged for this note to be left with my body upon my death. If you are reading this, please use this note as instructed and accept the result in exchange for my contracted duty. Let my contract number serve as the key. It looks like the corpse was too late to prevent the raising. It looks like the corpse was too late to prevent the raising, but you notice that beneath the writing is a diagram. It looks like directions for folding the parchment into a strange pattern. If you're ever capable of examining an object further, performing the option, do use. There is a series of strange marks in each corner. 1 mark on the upper right, 2 marks on the lower right, 3 on the lower left, and no marks on the upper left. Okay, so I think that's just 1, 2, 3 basically. So 1 mark on the upper right. So it's upper right, then lower right, then lower left. So upper right, lower right, and lower left, and upper left. Okay. So again, let's try upper left. So upper left has got none. Then 1 on the upper right, then lower right, then lower left. No. Is it 3, 2, 1, 0? So lower left, lower right, upper left. No, it's not that either. 1 mark on the upper right, 2 marks on the lower right, 3 on the lower left, and none on the upper left. Do I want upper right? Lower left, lower right, upper left? No. I'll probably figure it out later. I need to find corpse 79. Apparently it has possessions on it. Stench coming from this corpse is truly nauseating. Someone split open the man's chest and has yet to remove the internal organs.
Done.
Nothing there.
All right.
Some more bandages. Nothing there. Nothing there.
I'm gone.
There's a dustman there completely ignoring me. Nothing there. And nothing there. This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazy back and forth between 2 slabs. Number 506 is stitched on its forehead and the side of its neck, and its right arm In fact, the skin of its penal corpse has been sewn up so many stitches in it's a bizarre street map. Examine the stitches. The stitches encircle the corpse, running from its arms across its chest, up its neck, and onto the damp mass of white hair. As you follow across the stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle in the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread stitch in the upside of the skull. You could probably unravel it if you had something to cut the thread with. Use the scalpel. You slice the thread neatly with the scalpel and pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do so, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk white skull, where to your surprise number 78 has been chiselled. Seems like you got 2 different designations there. Now he has something of mine. No, I don't think. Oh no, 79. So was this, sorry, was this 78? 78, yes, so I'm at 79.
I'm gone.
I don't even know if 79 exists here, but I'll have a look for him. Nothing there. Who are you? The eyes of this corpse are set close together and eyeballs themselves are slightly askew. One faces the left and the other the right. You can barely make out number 257 traced into his bruised forehead. It looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. I can't go through that. Right. Evine. I think I can speak to Evine.
All right.
You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck make her appear she's starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings! The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands, her fingers and talons, that are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives removing the organs. What's wrong with your hands? The woman makes no response. She's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood in their veins, usually because some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or other. Makes some of them addled in the head, and addle looking too. Tap the woman to get her attention. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are rotting yellow and small orange dots with pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation. She frowns at you. She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You, she clacks her talon fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hands. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here to Evine. Go, go, go. You've been assigned a quest.
Updated my journal.
So I need to find some embalming fluid and
I'm
some
gone.
thread for Evine, because she can't actually determine
Done.
that I'm not a zombie. I also need to find the receiving room, wherever that is. Hello, zombie worker. The shambling corpse stares at you with vacant eyes. The number 821 is carved in his forehead and his lips are stitched closed. A faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. I shall leave him in peace. I could just be sarcastic to him, but I'm not going
All right. Done.
Let's move over here to these
I'm
gates.
gone.
Mort will open it for me. Someone has inserted a tube into this corpse's leg. The tube is attached to a strange clacking machine next to the slab. I believe this is where I get some of my stuff
All right.
from. Jar of embalming fluid, excellent.
All right.
And a second jar, because I believe I can actually use this embalming fluid to heal myself with. So I need to find stitches,
right.
she said, didn't she? There's nothing else really
All right.
here. Let's see if there's anything in there. Nothing there. is locked, you will need a key. And over there... Yeah, see, that's the starting area. So... Fetch embalming fluid and a needle for Evine.
Done.
I have yet to find a needle, unless it's...
I'm gone.
I didn't spot that. Don't think I spotted it anyway. The container is locked. Can I bash it open?
Done. Forced it.
Yeah.
All right.
Ancient copper earring and some bandages. Let's head up. I don't think there's a needle down there. Nothing. Nothing.
All right.
Charcoal charm. Skeleton work. Let's see what skeleton. This skeleton number 748, according to the number of chisel about its brow, is odd, only that some of its teeth appear to be false ones made of reddish brown stone. Clearly not valuable, as its caretakers would otherwise have removed them. Pardon me, have you seen these skeletons walking around here? Examine it carefully. Someone has taken care to bind the bones of this skeleton with leather straps woven around the body in such a pattern that they resemble muscles and tendons. The straps are secured to metal bolts punched through the skeleton's joints. The skeleton looks like it has seen a great deal of service, many of the bones chipped, and numerous fractures bound with sealment and foul-smelling glues. Try to pry at the joints? Oh, Chief, that's vandalism. Those bolts are probably the only thing holding that bag of bones together. Necromancy only goes so far with these fellows. So? Oh, it's not a problem. What does the strange bobbing motion you think maybe a shrug? Just wasn't sure if you knew or not. By all means, go ahead. Alright then. Apparently iron bolts, but you're not strong. You're trying to find them, but you're not strong enough. They've been hammered in pretty tight. Maybe if I had the right tools, I could get them out. I may be back, Bones. Wonder if his graveyard might if I borrowed his body. Greybeard? You know, old greybeard, geezer, old fella, old yellow dog, old fella. I don't think he's in any position to have checked. Mort studies him for a moment, shakes his head. Nah, I need a fresh one of this. Someone's got a little more dignity. This one's creaky and fractured. Alright, let's go then.
All right.
There's a dustman. It's a generic dustman. I don't think I can do anything with him. This corpse's slightly misshapen head appears to be held together by a number of narrow metal bands bolted directly into the skull. Rustling iron plate over its left eye has number 475 etched into it. Its mouth is bolted shut and it reeks of embalming fluid. Nothing special about him. Oh, I've been spotted by a dustman. I don't want to hold. Needing thread. I ain't holding for nobody. I'm out of here.
Done. Done. All right.
Come on. Down we go.
Done.
And now we just need to go back over here to Evine.
Done.
You see Evine. She is still dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. The rhythm of her talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall what. Watch her, study the motion of her hands.
Updated my journal.
As you study the motion of Evine's hands, you feel it prickling along your scalp, and then suddenly you find your vision swimming, blurring until you are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse. Rigor mortis making a mockery of his smile. The number 42 has been stitched into its scalp. The zombie is laying on a slab and you have just finished stitching up his chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful should you come its way again. Keep things safe and vote for my return. It's number 42. Remember your voice as an echo, strange and hollow to your own ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides, and as it does, the vision fades, until you are watching Evine's hands make their stitching motions once more. She turns, sees you, and frowns. Dumb zombies. She clacks her talon fingers together impatiently and makes a stitching motion with her fingers. Find thread and embalming fluid. Bring here to Evine. Give her a thread.
Updated my journal.
Without missing a beat, Evine snaps the thread from your hands and hooks it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Within minutes, she's finished. She clicks her talons and turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags the talons along your arms and chest. Keep playing a zombie. Looks like you don't have any friend, Chief. You two need some time together, or keep playing zombie. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. If you withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, and then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos on your chest. Who right on you? Hivers do that? No respect for zombies. Zombies, not paintings. She sniffs and pokes one of your scars. This one bad shape, many scars, no preserves. Her talons suddenly hook into the thread and brought to her, and lightning-like, she jabs another talon into the skin near one of your scars. It feels barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up.
Updated my journal.
The sensation and curiously painless as Evine begins to stitch up your scars. When she's done, she sniffs you, frowns, and stabs her fingers into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with the fluid, and strangely enough, it makes you feel better. And this may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose. Evine puts the last touches on your body, gives you another sniff, nods, and makes a shooing motion with your talons.
Alright. I'm gone.
Let's have a look at the stuff I've got. Needle and thread is a healing item I can use. Let's put that there. I don't think you can stack. Well, yeah, you can. Right, you can stack them quite high. Embalming fluid. +1 armor class, 2 hit points. So it gives me a little bit health back and slightly harder to hit. Charcoal charm. 50% resistance to fire and 25% magical fire, so if I'm going into a fire and I keep the magical charm on me, I can use it to get myself fire resistance. Copper earring closed. This copper earring looks ancient. Oddly enough, it doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to your ear. A series of strange grooves have been carved in the inside of the earring, however, which might need close examination. I shall examine those grooves. Grooves are evenly spaced on the inside of the earring. Upon closer examination, remind you of small fangs. They're definitely man-made, but you can't figure out what they were intended for.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Right, so I think that's everything really done on this level. I believe skeleton 42 is up. I think he's up here, and I need to try and get some gear off him if I can avoid the dustman trying to attack me. And he's probably going to. He's probably going to just corner over here, isn't he? You there, hold. Don't wanna. Dustman regards you with stony gaze. Are you lost? Yeah, I am a bit, yeah. I will summon a guard to direct you out. Hold a moment. Ooh, I don't think I've got the good enough dexterity. But I can try it. Oh no, my strength's probably not going to be high enough. Snap his neck before he can call out? You're not fast enough. The dustman dodges your lunge for him. Taking a step back, he claps his hands together sharply 3 times. In response, a great iron bell starts tolling throughout the mortuary. Well, right then, I guess I'm attacking you.
Die.
And he's dead.
Alright.
Dustman's robes, some copper commons, and a jagged knife. Let's put on the robes. I don't think they do much for me. disguise his user as Dustman. Jagged knife, 1 to 3 slashing, and 1 to 3 piercing. Oh no, can I not? Oh, it looks like I can't use the knife with Gorbz.
All right.
Well, he's dead. Dustmen I need to go and kill over here. So now the Dustmen are aware of me, and they're probably going to want to try and kill me.
Die.
And take a zombie.
Damn it.
Dead. There's your rat charm, jagged knife, Dustman robes, and nothing on the zombie. Bandages.
Done.
Container is locked. Can I bash it open?
Forced it.
Yeah.
Open.
A corpse fly charm, another bone charm, and some copper commons.
Done.
A clot charm,
right.
again it's a healing item.
I'm gone.
Nothing there. Dustman embalming charm. Oh, there's a skeleton spotted me. That's him dead. Mortuary reminder message and another wooden club. Oh, looks like I've start giving stuff to Mort to carry. Yeah, have the journaly stuff. What's your tasks? Not really a lot of interest on there. Mortuary reminder. It's the third and last request for the pry bar. If it's been misplaced, tell me and I'll go to the high bar and push them up. I'm not objecting to maintain the contract of workers who are trying to repair the skeletons and their bolts are wedged so tight I can't get them out. Put that on. That gives me embalming, which is basically the embalming fluid power. Can't put the earring on yet because I don't know how to. Corpse fly charm. Looks swarm curse. When swallowed, the recipient suddenly becomes extremely nauseous. A few seconds later, the charmed individual expels a stream of insects from their nose and mouth, provided the charmed individual can keep their wits to suffer. It's about after casting, they can send this card to attack the target. That's a targeted spell. That is a straight heal item. 9 hit points. And resistance. Bone charm gives you armor class, and rat charm gives you stealth. Only is work with thieves, okay? 1 to help 1 to 6, that's better than that. But again, I'm not allowed to use it. Oh no, I am. Alright, I guess I am allowed to use it. Here. Hope this isn't the one that's holding my stuff. Probably was. Take that and that.
Done.
Sell them all in its market. Door is locked. I will need to find a key.
Done.
Nicely done, more. And here comes another zombie. Ah, it's another wooden club. It's probably only worth like 1 copper. Dead. Another dustman. Dustman now dead. Ooh, the Sanctum key. That's probably what unlocks the gate up here. I probably completely screwed myself over doing stealth like in here.
See that?
By murdering everybody. One's ring, knife, and robes.
I'm gone. I'm gone. Done.
Yeah, okay, right, so we are in
Done.
here now.
Done.
Nothing interesting there. A hammer.
Done.
And nothing there. And let's go downstairs then. I've missed some stuff up here probably. And down another flight of stairs. Yeah, the dustmen are just very angry at me now.
Die.
And there we are. He has the mortuary key, excellent. So he can let me out.
Done.
What's up? Okay. Good as done.
Right, so I can now get out. However, there is... I was told there was a lady here who I need to see. And I think
Done.
she's over this way. It's been many, many, many years since I last played this.
Done.
Can't tell. Ah, yes, this is it.
I'm gone.
Back on this beer reads, "Here lies Dianara." She is a strikingly beautiful, ghostly form before you. Her eyes are crossed, and her arms are crossed, and her eyes are closed. She has long, flowing hair, and her gown seems to be stirred by some ethereal breeze. As you watch, she stirs slightly, and her eyes flicker. Greetings.
You! What is it that brings you here? Have you come to see firsthand the misery you have wrought? Perhaps in death I still hold some shred of use for you, my love.
Do I know you? Spirit makes a begging motion with her hands. How can it be that the thieves of the mind continue to steal my name from your memory? Do you not remember me, my love? The ghost stretches out her arms. Think. The voice becomes desperate again. The name Dianara must evoke some memory within you. I think I feel the stirrings of memory. Tell me more. Perhaps your words shall chase the shadows from my mind, Dianara. Oh, at last, the fates show mercy. Even death cannot chase me from your mind, my love. Do you not see? Your memories shall return. Tell me how I can help you, and I shall. Do you know who I am? You are one both blessed and cursed, my love, and you are one who is never far from my thoughts and heart. What do you mean by blessed and cursed? The nature of your curse should be apparent, my love. Look at you. She points at you. Death rejects you. Your memories have abandoned you. Do you not pause and wonder why? I'm still trying to get my bearings, actually. What else can you tell me about myself? I know that you once claimed you loved me and that you would love me until death claimed us both. I believed that, never knowing the truth of who you were or what you were. And what am I? I cannot... She suddenly freezes and speaks slowly, carefully, as if her voice threatens her. The truth is this. You are one who dies many deaths. These deaths are given the knowing of all things mortal, and in your hand lies the spark of life and death. Those that die near you carry a trace in themselves that you can bring forth. As Dinara speaks words, your cooling sensation wells up in the back of your skull. You suddenly feel compelled to look at your hand. As you lift it up and look at it, you can see the blood coursing sluggishly through your arm, pouring into your muscles and in turn giving you strength to your bones.
Updated my journal.
And you know Dinara is right. You suddenly remember how to coax the dimmest spark of life from a body and bring it forth. The thought both horrifies you and intrigues you. You remembered how to raise others from the dead. To access this ability, use special abilities. You can only use this on party members that have died in your presence. It will not work on anyone who does not travel with you, and it will not work on party members you remove from the party while they are dead. Can you tell me where I am? Where are you? Why, you are here with me, my love, as the eternal times when life was something both of us shared, now to the eternal boundary that separates us. Dinara sounds saddened. It is a barrier I fear you shall never cross, my love. It is the barrier between your life and what remains of mine. Perhaps you can answer some questions for me, other ones that I've got here. Do you know how it can help me? How I can get out of here? As you're about to ask Dinara the question, it catches in your throat. It occurs that if you tell her you are looking for an escape route, she may feel you are abandoning her. If you are going to ask her how to leave, you'll need to be delicate about it. Dinara, I am in danger. Can you guide me to a place of safety? I shall return as soon as I can to speak to you again. In danger? Of course, my love. I will aid you any way I can. She closed her eyes for a moment, and you watched an ethereal zephyr pass through her body, stirring her hair. After a moment, the zephyr dies, and her eyes slowly open. Perhaps there is a way. I sense that this place holds many doors, shrouded from mortal eyes. Perhaps you could use one of those portals as a means of escape. Portals? Portals are holes in existence, leading to destinations in the inner and outer planes. If you could find the proper key, you could escape through one of them. What key? What key would I need? Dinara pauses for a moment, as if attempting to remember. Portals will reveal themselves when you have the proper key. Unfortunately, these keys can be almost anything. An emotion, a piece of wood, a dagger of silver glass, a scrap of cloth, a tune you hum to yourself. I fear the dustmen are the only ones who would know the keys you would use to leave their holes. Then I shall ask one of them. Farewell. Hold a moment. With you, my love. I have not divulged. Relaxes its hold. What is it? Yes, I require a prompt. Make vow. I swear or I find some means to save you or join you.
This is what my eyes see, my love. Unfettered by the shackles of time. You shall meet enemies 3, but none more dangerous than yourself in your full glory. They are shades